I'm going to date myself on the internet, but I'm going to give us all collective trauma right now. Lemon Party, Pain Olympics, and Blue Waffle. If you know any of those three phrases, then you were on the internet the same time as I was. You were on Newgrounds. You were witnessing stick page animation fights. You were witnessing rumors spread throughout gospel. You may have been reading creepypasta. You may have been on Tumblr battling online with the weirdos that actively began the furry movement. You may know what DashCon is. You may have this inside your brain mental strategy going through your soul, understanding what it's like to do that. And let's just get this out the way right now. Collective Shout is a horrible organization. I'm going to explain what they are as I go on this big rant. Let me just explain something. The internet was not made for children. The internet was made by socially awkward tech bros, Commodore 64, boosted by government paranoia, and then flooded with cat videos and war crimes and other gobbledygook nonsense in that variety. That's what the internet was. Anime breast. It's not a playground, it's a gladiator pit, a trash fire held together by wires, regrets, and pixels of trauma. And now, somehow society has decided that it needs to be made safe for children, not by parenting, as you should with your phones. You should use your phone to make sure your parenting is good. You should use this. No. Not by education, where you should actually teach your kid not to go on specific sites, but by censorship. We are being censored deeply, as if you can slap a band-aid on a volcano and call it childproof. No, you let your 6-year-old on TikTok unsupervised, and now you're mad they know what a Riz is, and they're quoting Andrew Tate like he's Moses with a Bugatti. And that's not the internet's fault. That's you outsourcing your parenthood to a glowing rectangle. How could they get possessed by the glowing spear? How the idol confused them? How are they listening to the idol? We're listening to the idol right now. Obviously, this was going on. That's not the internet's fault. It's not. You just didn't want to hear them scream through dinner, so you gave them an iPad. They became iPad kids. And now, because you failed to filter their world, the government wants to filter out the rest of us. Congratulations. We all lose in this situation. Let's talk about the UK. We took one look at the chaotic beauty of the internet and said, what if we made it illegal to have fun unless Ofcom approves? You probably don't know what Ofcom is. The Online Safety Act, if you don't know, is the brainchild of terrified politicians who don't know how to close a browser tab and think Minecraft is a gateway drug. That's what they think. Under this law, platforms are expected to censor illegal and potentially harmful content, especially for kids, but harmful as defined by who? Your nanny? Parliament? A sentient AI chatbot with a Victorian moral compass? I don't even know who's doing this. The law is so vague, it might as well say, we'll know it's wrong when we see it. How? And now platforms like Reddit are outright blocking UK users, and encrypted apps like WhatsApp and Signal are threatening to leave entirely. Because here's the real kicker. The Online Privacy Act, the Online Safety Act, wants access to encrypted messages. That's it. That's what they want. You know, the ones you send to your friends when you're depressed or trying to sext without your ex finding out. Yeah, that's what you're trying to do. Privacy gone. Freedom shredded. All because some lawmaker couldn't figure out parental controls and got scared their grandson saw a meme with a butt in it. That's what happened. Ooh, let's take a detour for a minute. Let's roll back before I get angry. Let's talk about Australia. Collective Shout. You know what Collective Shout is? They've taken it upon themselves to police your genitals and your algorithm. These people wake up, scroll through ads, and whisper, "Ugh, disgusting, nasty," like it's a prayer. Oh, disgusting. Oh my goodness. They are the watchdog group that wants every woman to wear ankle-length skirts and every man to apologize for being provocative. Their mission? Eliminate sexploitation, which is their word for literally anything with cleavage, consent, or an opinion. That's all they're doing. They're taking down games from itch.io. They're destroying nonsense that variety. They're trying to get rid of OF completely. A lot of people are like, yeah, that's great. But they're also trying to get rid of Detroit Become Human because it has child endangerment in it. Well, that's weird, isn't it? Why did Detroit Become Human? Why that game in particular? You want to get rid of GTA as well? They do want to get rid of GTA. They're banning Wikipedia. They are banning Wikipedia. Ooh, it's disgusting. It's so stupid. They want to get rid of the idea of just coitus in general. Every censorship push begins the same way. We have to protect the kids, which sounds noble. Wait, what about the children? What about the children? It sounds so noble until you realize it's being used to justify surveillance, silence, and suppression. Kids don't need a sterilized internet. They need guidance. They need a parent. They need someone to sit with them and say, hey, maybe don't believe everything a sweaty 20-year-old says on Twitch. But instead of guidance, we get firewalls and bans and algorithms that flag art as the P word. Oh, if I say the P word, I'm going to lose my monetization on this site, so I can't say the P word because someone used the word nude in a painting caption. And once you start banning for the sake of kids, you don't stop. Suddenly, satire is flagged. Swear words get demonetized. Entire communities vanish because someone's aunt got offended by a TikTok of a girl in a crop top lip syncing to Doja Cat. That's what happens. You can't sterilize reality without amputating truth. You can't. You can't. You just can't. It's so stupid. Now here's the greatest part to me. People are messy, right? Online people, messiest people I've ever met. We swear, we meme, we overshare, we post thirst traps. Anonymity has created a wild intricacies of nonsense. There's so many anti-Semitic people. There's rants, conspiracy theories that don't make sense to me. That's the magic of the internet, though. It's a mirror to our nonsense. Trying to control with vague logs and watchdogs groups is like putting a chastity belt on a hurricane. You're not protecting anyone. You're suffocating everyone. And this idea the internet should be clean. Oh, it should be clean. Oh my God. The internet has never been clean. It was born in filth. It was raised on forums, pop-ups, and rage comics. It has always been chaotic, educational, revolutionary, and deeply weird and horribly provocative. That's why it works. If you strip that away, and make it palatable to a 9-year-old, all you'll have left is YouTube Kids and ad-sponsored cut. You know, I just realized something. Oh my God, I just realized this. They're trying to make it advertiser friendly they're trying to make this advertiser friendly. Oh, this is, I'm getting angry. They're trying to make it advertiser friendly. That's why they want our privacy so they can direct our ads. Oh my God, I just had the crazy conspiracy theory. Governments don't want you to think independently. Platforms want to please advertisers and advocacy groups. That's all they want to do. We're caught in the middle. We're just caught in the middle. Your content gets removed, your account gets shadow banned, your message gets flagged, not because it's harmful, because someone decided it made them uncomfortable. And in a world where discomfort is treated like danger, free speech has become a liability. Ew, oh my God, we're gonna be stuck in America. Oh, this is horrible. The algorithm has already erased the jokes, the nuance, and all this other fun stuff. Grifters go crazy because they're rage baiting because it gets views. It's dumb. It's all AI generated horoscope garbage nonsense. If your kid is online, that's your choice. You gave them a Black Mirror, with every possible horror and hope inside of it. This is what you gave them. You gave them this. That's what you did. That's not the internet's responsibility to moderate. That's yours. Want to protect them? Be present. Teach them. Walk them through the web like it's a haunted forest and they're Frodo holding your hand. Don't rely on platforms to raise them. Platforms are machines built to profit off of their eyeballs. And every time little Timmy Googles the waistline, we act shocked and propose a new law. You want safety? How about digital literacy in schools? How about mental health resources and parental tools that actually work? How about not expecting a multi-billion-dollar algorithm to replace actual messy human parenting? How about we do that? Let's do that. You can't police the internet into purity. You can't filter it into virtue. You can't do that. There's something deeply cursed about this. This is a human rights violation to me. I don't even think platforms believe in censorship. I don't think they do. We don't. Because it's not about this. It's not about kids. It's never been about kids. It's slowly killing comedy. Every joke has to be passed through a filter of 1,000 disclaimers and trigger warnings and social context footnotes until it's more like an apology letter from a lawyer than a punchline. It feels stupid. Satire is treated like a hate crime. Irony is banned unless it's labeled in sarcasm. Better put a smiley face in a disclaimer. I prepare to have your account dissolved in the digital void by the ghost of, I don't know who the CEO of YouTube is. I don't know, Mark Zuckerberg. I don't even know. He could own YouTube now. I have no clue. In the end, I don't think this is about keeping people safe. It's about turning the internet into a beige, sanitized mall where you shop, scroll, and are surveyed, but never speak too loudly or question the floor plan. Well, we're not losing the internet to children. We're losing it to cowardice is what we're doing. And the only way to save it is to start yelling again, not just for chaos, but for the right to be chaotic, to be weird, to be real, to be online in the truest, most ridiculous sense of the word. This is so dumb. It's very stupid. I don't want the internet to be censored. I really don't. At first, I was kind of okay with kids not being on the internet, but then I remember something. The internet is the main way for people to communicate, talk to, and have conversation and connections. And they should just listen. They should just have better parenting. It's as if you don't want a parent. That's all that's going on. That's all that's happening. You suck. It's I'm not be violent. Have a lovely day. Hopefully we can get something done with this. I don't know if this video is gonna do anything, but by God, this is dumb.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel, please, Lord. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.